Good morning, and we're in chapter 4, the last chapter of Ruth, and we'll see how this finishes with Boaz. So, when Boaz went up to the gate and sat him, then went Boaz up to the gate and sat him down there. I can't remember if that was. Why did the near kinsman decline to marry Ruth? Oh, spoiler, he declines. Naomi's nearest kinsman initially agreed to redeem Amalek's land, but he changed his mind when he learned that he would also be expected to marry Ruth. He was concerned that exercising his right of redemption would mar his own inheritance. This concern suggests that he did not want the land he purchased to be inherited by Ruth's future sons. Instead, of members of his family. So he wanted land, but he didn't want it for her. And behold, the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by, unto whom he said, "Oh, such an one." And that's sort of like saying, "Hey, Mr. such and such." Now, I think that they're just saying that so they're not like, I don't think Boaz didn't know the person completely. I think they're kind of putting in there, you know how you put something into kind of keep something anonymous or somebody anonymous. I can't say it. I think that's what it is. They didn't really feel that they needed to say the name of the person that was the nearest kinsman in this sense. Or maybe Boaz didn't know him. I don't know. But either way, he says, "Turn aside, sit down here." And he turned aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city and said, "Sit ye down here." And they sat down. So he's got witnesses there. He's got the elders of the city. So this is a transaction, and they are making sure they're doing it all according to what they should do. And he said unto the kinsman, "Naomi is come again out of the country of Moab, selleth a parcel of land which was our brother Amalek's. And I thought to advertise thee, saying, Buy it before the inhabitants and before the elders of my people. If thou wilt redeem it, redeem it. But if thou wilt not redeem it, then tell me, that I may know. For there is none to redeem it beside thee, and I am after thee." And he said, "I will redeem it." So he's saying, well, I will buy it. I kind of get a vibe. I'm not saying this is exactly how it went, but I kind of feel like Boaz is saying, yeah, it's your right. You can buy it. But if you don't, I would really like to do it myself. It's sort of like, yeah, you're the first one. But, if you really don't want it, I don't mind. Then Boaz said, "What day thou buyest the field of the handmaid, of the field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance." Sorry. And the kinsman said, "I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I mar my own inheritance. Redeem thou my right to thyself, for I cannot redeem it." Now the kinsman was fine to buy the land, It would have bought it outright, but he's realizing that it would be for Ruth and not for him, for Ruth's children that would take the name of his of Ruth's family, not his family. No, you got to realize that's going to happen with Boaz as well. So Boaz has to think of that as well, that he's doing it selflessly. It's not going to be his children, which is interesting because we still think of Boaz and that it's his children anyway. But it was for her and her posterity and for her dead husband, Naomi's son. Now this was the manner in former time of Israel concerning redeeming and concerning changing, for to confirm all things, a man plucked off his shoe and gave it to his neighbor, and this was a testimony in Israel. I think there's a change by the time this was written. That's why they put it in there and said, well, here's the old custom. Therefore the kinsman said unto Boaz, buy it for thee. So he drew off his shoe. And Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people, ye are witnesses this day that I have bought all that was Amalek's, and all that was Shilon's and Melon's, of the children of Naomi. Moreover, Ruth the Moabitess, and the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my wife, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. See, it's going to be Mahlon's children as such. Remember, there's something that was brought up by the Sadducees to Jesus about that, trying to catch him out. That the name of the dead shall not be cut off from among his brethren from the gate of his place. Ye are witnesses this day. And if you can just imagine, this is actually an amazing thing as we keep reading here. And all the people were at the gate, and the elders said, we are witnesses. The Lord make the woman that is come into thine house like Rachel and like Leah, which two did build the house of Israel, and do thou worthily in Ephratah, and be famous in Bethlehem. Basically, may you be blessed for what you do. May you prosper. That's what it means, do thou worthily, and be famous in. That's what they're talking about. And let the house be like the house. They're given him blessings, basically. House of Pharez, whom Tamar bare unto Judah, of the seed which the Lord shall give thee, of this young woman. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. And when he went in unto her, the Lord gave her conception, and she bare a son. And the woman said unto Naomi, blessed be the Lord, which hath not left thee this day without a kinsman, and that his name may be famous in Israel. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life, and a nourisher of thine old age. For thy daughter-in-law, which loveth thee, which is better to thee than 7 sons, hath borne him. They see this love. I think that's what's great about this story, is the love that you see between Naomi and Ruth especially. And Naomi took the child and laid it in her bosom, and became a nurse unto him. unto it. And the woman, her neighbors, gave it a name, saying, there is a son born of Naomi, and they called his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse and the father of David. Now this also gives when this was probably written, which was at least after David had been king. Maybe it was part of his story. Now these are the generations of Pharez, and Pharez begat Herzon, Herzon begat Ram, and Ram begat Amminadab, and Amminadab begat Nahshon, and Nahshon begat Salmon, and Salmon begat Boaz, and Boaz begat Obed, and Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat David. That is where it all ties back, right there. And then, of course, that all ties to Jesus Christ. And that is the story of Ruth and Naomi. And we'll see you next time to talk about how David becomes king. Well, how the kings come about through Samuel